It's often said that it takes 7 seconds to make an impression. That means in an interview, the interview takes just 7 seconds to make an impression of you. Our brain, which is composed of hundreds of thousands of neurons, takes around 7 seconds to judge whether you are likable, trustworthy, or competent. So in this video, we're going to talk about 11 ways in which you can make a great first impression. Number 1 is punctuality. Always respect the other person's time and don't be late. So generally I've seen that people tend to take advantage of the other person's time and in the end say sorry. So the best thing that I also follow is that I actually make a plan. So if I have to be somewhere at 7, I make a plan. So I'll start getting ready at 6, I'll be ready by 6:20, my commute will be around 20-25 minutes, I'll be in the office, I'll take another 5-10 minutes to get into the office, I'll still have 5 or 10 minutes in advance to meet the person. Second, your attire. So whether you're going for an interview or a dinner or a semi-formal setting, you need to be sure that your attire is on point. So I've seen people show up in t-shirt and jeans in an interview at a bank where the attire is mostly formal with a suit and a tie. So you really need to research where you're going, what is the dress code over there, and dress appropriately. Third, your handshake. Don't have a flimsy handshake or a weak handshake because it gives the wrong impression of you. And also don't hold the other person's hand for too long. Having a weak handshake really gives an impression that you're uninterested in meeting the person. Fourth, your hands. Don't keep your hands in your pocket when you're talking, especially when giving a presentation or even in an interview. If you're sitting in an interview, you can possibly make hand gestures or put your hands on your lap. And even when you're giving a presentation, you can make hand gestures, but don't put it in your... Fifth, chewing gums, especially in a formal setting. Make sure that you're not having a chewing gum. It gives a very self-centered and a very casual vibe. And even if you're doing great in an interview or a presentation, it just kills your impression. Sixth, your eye contact. So when you have the right eye contact, you come off as bold, brave, trustworthy, confident. But it doesn't mean that you start staring. If you don't have the right eye contact, it often comes off as, maybe you're not prepared, you're hiding something, you're masking emotions or insecurity. If you have the right eye contact, you come off as reliable, honest, warm, confident, attractive, brave, qualified, competent, valuable. Seventh, touching your hair or your face or being fidgety while talking or presenting. It makes you look very uncomfortable, not professional. So make sure your posture is fine, squared up, and you're making eye contact, and you're talking to the person with hand gestures and not, being nervous, because it gives an impression that you're nervous. Eighth, avoid sensitive topics. Don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics, health, or personal problems. Just avoid these topics, especially if you're meeting the person for the first time. These topics are very subjective. Ninth, keep your personal space. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people who talk right in front of your face, and you're like, okay, man, keep a distance. So, as a general rule, keep a 1 meter distance when you're talking to the person. Don't be too far away. At the same time, don't be right in their face. 10th, avoid distractions. Noisy eating, checking your phone while having a conversation or an interview really gives a bad impression of you. And again, the other person might feel disrespected. 11th, names. Try to remember the names, especially if you've met the person a few times. It's really weird when you've met the person a lot of times and you still tell them, oh, I can't recall your name, I'm really sorry, I'm bad with names. You might think that looks cool, but actually it isn't. So, here are the 11 things. I hope it helps you make a great first impression. They're very basic things, but these are things that people tend to ignore. This is Umer Farooqi. I'm an HR professional who believes in uplifting the society. I hope it helps you.